guys are so funny. You're trying to get me to do this stupid shit. And
she just whispered, "I'm a bad bitch," for anyone who didn't hear. Stop. 420.
I'm lit at Disney.
And the kids asleep in the bath.
There we go. A ball sack station.
That's what a business owner looks like.
Hi everyone, welcome to Tattoo Homeworkers, a podcast where I like that you're encouraging me. Good. A podcast where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. My name is Lou, and I am here with my very best friend. What's your name again?
Shit. DJ Callie.
Oh, fucking DJ Callie's in the house?
DJ Callie's up in the house.
I did not know Is DJ Callie down to talk about self-care?
I'm so down to talk about self-care.
Perfect.
I can't wait.
This is going to be a slightly different thing than what we've been doing in the past. It's just been really silly. Oh, my lashes got stuck on my glasses for a second.
It's weird when they brush up against it. I have yet to find a frame. It's because this frame doesn't exist because my nose is too flat. That sits far away enough from my fake eyelashes to where I don't have to worry about what kinds I'm wearing.
I think yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think those glasses would need to sit really, because mine always touch.
Oh, do they anyways?
Yeah,
Okay,
so I can't wear.
I always thought it was my nose.
have to put them far down, and then I'm like, I'm a teacher.
Oh, I'm looking at you peering from besides the lens.
Yeah.
Very
so
cute.
then instead they just have to sit awkwardly low on my face, but then my lashes are still just
kind of doing whatever they want to do.
But it for sure got jammed under the rim for a second, so I started to spaz out. I'm like, ugh. Okay, so before we start talking about self-care, now that we are in a new place where we are taking care of ourselves more because we've gotten out of the hustle and bustle of the U.S.
Yes.
What does your gender feel like today?
Today, oh my goodness. Today my gender kind of feels like a chocolate cake.
Oh.
Which is odd because I don't like chocolate. I've been very hormonal. Anyways.
I was going to say, you like chocolate when it's hormone influence. Then you fucking fiend for chocolate.
I'm fiending for chocolate. Yeah, it's a craving, deep-rooted craving that doesn't exist otherwise.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm like a chocolate cake who's moist on the inside. But then the icing is just a day past stale.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where it's I feel that. Dang, you were so, it's, the inside is really what makes it shine, but unfortunately the outside is just a little struggling, is just a tad bit. You'll still eat it. Yeah,
she's still good.
She's still good.
The day before, though. Yeah. Perfection.
The day before would have been the time, her peak, and then now she's
so
on
your
the
one
mend.
Day past peak cake.
One day past peak cake, yeah. And you'll still eat it, but
and you'll still enjoy it.
What's your gender feel like?
I feel like a fruit fly in big clown shoes. And they're too big for my little body, so they don't I'm just kind of awkward and clod hopping around.
Yeah, but you wanted to make it work.
Oh no, they're stuck on there. Somebody glued them onto my feet.
No.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah. Someone's there with a teeny tiny glue gun. Just being here's some. Yeah.
So are the clown shoes to size for humans, or are they to size for
size for a fruit fly, which is still too big.
Way too big. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I'm just a tiny little
It's
fruit
a really
fly.
good description of your gender.
I liked yours.
Thanks.
Because I felt that in my soul.
Yeah, I got cake on the dome.
Yeah. You have been feeling very cakey.
Very cakey. Okay, so we're talking about self-care?
Yes, we are going to talk about self-care and self-love.
And self-love.
Yes. So, what does self-love feel like to you?
Ooh, self-love to me feels like it's not the moment of oh my God, I'm crushing it, I'm killing it. Because I feel like a lot of people think that self-love is this overt happy thing. Mm-hmm. Self-love to me actually feels like when I am not in a good mood and I have to gentle parent myself. That is self-love. When I'm not feeling my best, I'm not feeling confident, but then I have my inner narrative is finally on my team now and saying, hey, confidence is fake. Everyone can be confident. You've seen all sorts of people with different body types, different ethnicities, different attitudes. be confident. There's so many variables of people that are confident. You can be one of them, like that's self-love to me.
Yes, I love that.
Thank
Do you
you.
want to tell people what gentle parenting yourself looks like?
Yeah, gentle
Just 'cause
parenting.
I think that like not everyone knows that. That's a very like we talk about it all the time because we practice it a lot.
Yes, but
we
not a
also
lot of
gentle
people.
parent each other.
We do, yes, and I so appreciate it. It's easier to gentle parent. I will say this really really fast, to gentle parent yourself when you have friends to keep you accountable of gentle parenting, because when it's a very active thing. Whenever I slide back into that zone of like, oh, I'm being mean to myself, you're really good about being like, don't be mean to my friend.
Well, I mean, you're being mean to my fucking best friend, and that's kind of fucked.
That is fucked.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you for calling her out. But gentle parenting, I think the easiest example I could give to someone is this happened to me like a month ago. I accidentally dropped a glass, and it was one of our champagne flutes, shattered all over the ground. And I had this moment of fear and then and immediate frustration and anger, because that's how, like, I feel like what would happen in my childhood. It was just like, you're scared and that's the kid in you. But then the anger doesn't come from me. It comes from like what had happened to me in the past. Like, following through with that anger. And so now that like I don't have parental figures to be mad at me anymore, it's really easy to be that person to be mad at yourself. But gentle parenting in that moment looks like saying, it's okay. That was scary. That was scary, huh? It's okay that the glass is broken. That's fine. That was scary. Let's not like cut ourselves. It's all right. Everything's fine. That's what gentle parenting to me looks like.
I love that.
Do you have a harder example for some people, like emotionally, what gentle parenting could look like?
No, I think that's like most people. If anyone grew up with like parents that yelled at you because you broke something because you were a kid, and that shit breaks.
As an adult,
like, we're adults, and shit breaks. Again, I totally forgot you broke the champagne flute. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, I vaguely remember you mentioning this.
Yeah.
But like, I think that like that's a perfect example where it is just like reminding yourself that like you can be the adult you needed when you were a kid.
Absolutely.
Like that's always what I'm trying to like have that conversation. There we go. What adult did I need? And that's the adult that I'm going to show up. So when I am like angry about something, it's like, nah, bitch.
That's a very concise way to put it, where it's like, yeah, what was the adult?
I said the concise
you
thing.
You did. I'm very proud. That was awesome. No,
Never
but literally,
happens.
like, what kind of adult did you need in your childhood? And that's gentle parenting, to do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Now, what does self-love look like to you?
So self-love to me, this is going to be the not fun answer. Looks like doing the shit that you know you need to do. And I'm not talking about like you need to pay your taxes or any shit like that. Like, do that so you stay out of jail. But I'm talking about like your body needs fruits and veggies.
Yes.
You need water.
Yes.
You need to sleep. You need to be on your phone less because you need to play and you need to move your body. So play can look like doing like a crossword, or play can look like I'm just running around the house doing parkour. Not actual parkour. I can't actually do parkour. I mean, I'm sure I could if I like wanted to actually learn it, but I don't care that much. But I do like parkour from like Schmidt and like New Girl, where I just run around and tap stuff and say parkour.
Parkour, yeah, hilarious.
I give it to the zoomies a lot. And so I think that like self-care for me is really like listening to like what you need, and it's not always giving into like, oh, well, I would really like a bowl of salt and vinegar chips, but it's like, hey, you know what you do need? A glass of fucking water.
I love that, because there is a fine line between self-indulgence and self-love. Or not a fine line. I think people just get them confused.
Yeah, well, because it's the instantaneous what feels good.
Yes.
And the long-term what feels good.
Oh my God. You know what? I just realized that is a really good, this is a really good telling episode of what people think love looks like as well. So how we have like future, like for us, I think love means like making sure that, again, you're setting yourself up for a better future and you're being kind to yourself, but also putting parameters on what is self-indulgence and what is self-love.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yes, some people think that instantaneous love is like, oh, I'm going to do this nice thing for you, even though it's going to be bad for you. Like,
Caboose and I had to have that talk.
Right. Exactly. Like, you can't give me a cheeseburger every day. Otherwise, that's not love to me.
He loved the moment that he gave me a treat, because I'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then I had to have like the conversation of like, hey, dude, like that's not what love looks like. Yeah. Love looks like me being like, yo, you're getting fluffy.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
That's it. Love looks like, hey, you want to do a workout?
Yeah. Love looks like, okay, I'll get a piece of chocolate cake with you, but like we have to do an endurance workout first.
Yes. We have to split it. We have to like make sure
we're gonna split it, and then we're also gonna make sure that like
we move our bodies so
Yes.
all that extra energy that we're taking in feels good.
Yes.
And doesn't just become like this like, crash of like I just had a ton of sugar and now I got nothing.
Yeah, right. We're gonna eat veggies beforehand. That is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Some people might disagree.
Perfect.
But let us know in the comments if you disagree or not.
Okay. So how can you show up for yourself more?
Oh my goodness.
I'm hitting her with the hard stuff.
I love that. I love that though. Showing up for myself more means journaling a lot more. Holding myself accountable a lot more. I've been going through waves of like, okay, I'm reading. Now I'm not. And then it'll be like a week and I haven't read. And I'm like, no. And I think part of being accountable, I'm already thinking about this. I started trying to do this Instagram thing where every time I pay rent, I have to do a vulnerable Instagram post of what I've learned. Yep. Which is also a really good parameter of keeping me accountable to keep reading my book. Oh, because what if I didn't learn something that week organically? So now I have to make sure that I read.
Yes. I love that.
Yes. I think that's how I could show up better for myself, is keeping myself continuously accountable for doing healthy habits.
That's really good.
How about yourself? How can you show up for yourself?
I would honestly say probably like the same.
Yeah.
Is like that's what I was thinking. So I'm not trying to steal your answer.
You're good.
Was just like
what a cop
being
out.
more active. Bitch, I will hit you. In like making sure that I'm doing those things.
Yes.
Because I think that there's just that split second of like, oh, I really want to work out, and then I like miss that little split second of like get off the fucking couch right then.
Oh my god, right.
And so like last night I was going to bed, and it's like a 2-hour fucking ordeal for me to get ready for bed, especially now because we have to like hand wash dishes. If you have a dishwasher, I hate you. That's it. I'm just angry. I want a dishwasher again, and we're in a rental, and there's no space. If there was space here for a dishwasher and we could do the plumbing for it, we would, but the kitchen's not big enough.
Nope.
But I am very Americanized in the fact that like I love a dishwasher. So that's an added 30 minutes every night to like wash the dishes and clean the kitchen. So it's like 2 hours for me to go to sleep. And I was really tired, but I was like, hey, you're going to like reset the house, do all this stuff. And then I laid down and I'd missed that window. And you get this if you fucking have ADHD. I missed that sleepy window. So then I was just laying there and I was like, you know what? You can lay here and like try to go to sleep, because I could like feel it coming. But I was like, but you're going to be really disappointed if you wake up in the morning and you did not paint this sign. And this sign that we're painting for the shop, we're putting a new like signage out, is going to take you about 15 minutes. So if you just go out and put like a coat of paint on, you're going to feel so much better. And I just got up and did it, and then got back into bed, fucking instantly fell asleep.
Oh my God, great.
So I was like, you just have to take that like tiny little like, hey, that 1 second of like, you should do this and you'll feel better, and just fucking do it.
I think that's the hardest part about having ADHD. It's like doing improv continuously with yourself.
Yes.
Where you have to take the cue. You have to yes and that moment. Otherwise, you would have, if you hadn't painted the sign, guaranteed you probably would have stayed up for like 2 hours just trying to sleep.
Yeah, I would have been on my phone just trying to be like, decompress,
Yes,
and not decompressing.
Exactly.
And then I like came in and I had already put in like this sleepy time like podcast, and then just came in and fucking conquer it out. And I was like, see, you just had to get that off the list. And that like, that to me was a moment of true like self-love, where I'm like, I get, for some people that's going to be super weird. You're painting at midnight. But that meant that by 12:15 I was done and I could go to sleep.
Yeah, you're like actually listening to yourself, which is great. And hard to do. Again, I don't always want to do improv with myself, so I feel that heavy. Great answer.
Okay, so what are 5 things you genuinely love about yourself? Like inside and out. Like what are 5 things?
5 things that I genuinely love about myself. Number 1, I love that I like to talk to people. I did not realize that I did, but even today at like the studio during my appointment, I was like, I just want to talk. Like
I was so jealous because I couldn't,
because
I was
talk?
tattooing an ear, so I couldn't like have a conversation, because if she talks, it's gonna move her jaw.
It's gonna move her whole,
so
exactly.
I was like, fuck, dude, and I was like listening to you, and I was like, I want to talk.
No,
I
totally.
miss this.
Oh my God, totally, yeah. And I'm like, I just want to know, like, who are you? What's your thing? Like, I really love the fact that like I like to talk to people and I like to connect to people. It's taken me a while to realize that. Number 2, gosh, it's hard to come up with 5 things.
No, it's not. You're an amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
Stop being mean to my friend.
That's very
Say 5 nice things about my friend. You said one.
Number
so
2.
Say 4 nice things.
I'll say it in third person to make it less weird. I love that Callista is a good chef. Really appreciate that. even though
I appreciate that too.
She freaks out every time she has to cook for someone new. I think it's very sweet, and I like that she knows how to make good food, and she likes good food.
It just means she cares.
It just means she cares.
Yeah.
That's it. Number 3, I like that Callista cares, and I like that Callista is getting over this idea that like not caring is cool, because it's not cool to not care.
Exactly.
That's stupid.
I don't like the like, oh, I'm chill. No. Stop it.
Care.
Stop acting like you're fucking chill. You have shit you care about.
Yeah.
You care about where the fuck we're going to dinner. And if you genuinely don't,
Period.
then just don't be a douche nozzle and help fucking make suggestions anyway.
I love that. And you care about where you sit on the table, and you care
Yeah.
about like how your fucking silverware is placed, and you care, and it's not cool to not care. And I love that she's like, I don't know, embracing caring now.
Yeah.
Number 4, I love that Callista.
You know you're Callista. You could just come back to saying your own.
I don't know. It makes me feel weird and awkward.
Wow. That's a great way of practicing self-love, is saying the things that you like about yourself.
Okay, fine. I like that I am good at art.
Yes.
And I like that I like art.
That counts as one.
It still counts as one. No, I like that I'm good at art, and I like that like when I do it, I don't know, I like the shit that I put out, and that's kind of cool to say out loud.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I like pooping. No.
You like that you poop.
I like that I poop.
You're an efficient pooper.
Number 5, I like that I have been really working hard on reading people, and I like that I am like overtly learning lessons from my past that have really helped me out in current time. I like that I went through all the shit I went through in my past, and I actually like learned from it.
Nice.
Because I think it's like, you could go through a lot of shit. You've met these people before where like they've gone through a lot of shit, but like it's clear that they do not plan on ever breaking out of that. And I like that I don't. I'm not part of that group.
Continue the cycle and do not realize they're part of the cycle.
Exactly. Yeah. So I like that. Yeah. I like that about myself. What are 5
That's
things
lovely.
that you like about yourself now that I'm done being in the fucking hot seat? That was kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna start shallow for a second.
Okay, cool.
I like my face and my tits.
I knew you were gonna say
that I like my tits.
I knew.
I love my breasts.
I love that.
Yeah. I have great tits and I love them. I like how uncomfortable you are with that.
Because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's also like, I'm proud of you because
also I like my butt. I've worked really hard for my butt. I was not blessed with the butt.
Yes.
I have the pure Mexican ass. And was not blessed with a butt, and I have worked stupid hard.
Yes.
So anybody that's ever like, oh, you have a nice butt, I'm like, oh my God, you have no idea. I'm like basically the human equivalent of this dress has pockets, excited about people talking about my butt.
Period.
Like every time you see a chick and we have pockets, we're like, oh my God, this dress has pockets.
And everyone's hyping
That's
you
how
up.
I feel, where I'm like, I worked so hard for this butt. I didn't work super hard for my boobs. That's just genetic.
No, I like that you're celebrating your body. That is wonderful.
I do appreciate my tits and my ass.
Period.
So that's like one big thing. I also appreciate my neurodiversity. So I really appreciate like the weird amalgamation, and I say weird in a very good way, of like autism and ADHD that like makes up the complexities of my brain, because it allows me to hyper focus so I can crush through, I think it was like 11 hours of podcasts in a day and a half.
Oh my God. Talk about like info dump central. Yeah. Oh my God. I learned so much in like 15 minutes. Thank you for scouting through 11 hours of like footage.
Yeah, it was great.
Audio.
And so I'm able to take a huge amount of information in all at once.
And still retain it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's that
awesome.
Like autism part as well, is that like all of it stays there. But also like, I just like how my brain works.
Nice.
It used to be like something I didn't like about myself, and I had a really hard time with the fact that like I'm not particularly social. I am a classic like ambivert, so sometimes socializing can give me energy, but it's very specific to like the people, and also to just like how much socializing I've done.
Because it can be good socializing, but sometimes, like, have you ever gotten home from, like, a good, like, oh, that went really well, and then you're like, why the fuck am I exhausted, though?
Oh, I no longer wonder why I'm exhausted. If I've spoken to people, then I come home and I'm just like a tiny little shell, and I'm like, oh.
Fair enough.
And so most of the time, I'm more exhausted, but then every once in a while, then I'm like, hell yeah, that was great, and I get hyper.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm just like, can I just watch my shows, please?
Totally.
I just want people to talk at me now, and I don't have to actively, like, have a conversation and, like, kind of moderate, like, what I say. Mm-hmm. What else? That was 2. Man, mine are really long answers.
No, they're good. That's a good thing.
I like my... it sounds really weird when I say it like this. I like my eyes, not in the fact that I think I have pretty eyeballs. Like, I don't care about that part.
You meant vision?
Huh?
You like your vision?
Yes, I like that I can tell the difference between all these, like, nuances in color. It's something that
that's ableist. No, I'm kidding. Speaking from the one tattoo artist in the room that's a little colorblind. Whoopsie.
Well, a lot of people are colorblind.
A lot of people are colorblind.
And so I don't like to think about it as, like, being colorblind. I like to think about it just as a spectrum.
You're a mantis shrimp, and I love mantis shrimp.
I'm a mantis shrimp.
So it makes sense.
And so I love that.
You got cones.
It's really funny to me when people are like, that's purple. And, like, internally, it makes me laugh so hard because I'm just like, to you it is, sure.
Yeah.
But, like, that is not. But it's something I really enjoy because it's like a game I get to play with myself, especially because I get to, like, name colors. And it's never lost on me that tattoo artists cannot name colors to save their fucking life.
Dude.
Like, the names of tattoo pigments are wrong most of the time.
Ink companies are fucking us over for saying that this is brown when it's purple. I'm like, that is literally purple. What the fuck kind of... Why would you label it, like, I don't know.
Do you think it's because it's owned by men, so they just can see less color, so they really think it's brown?
Probably, and then no one wants to say anything because they're just like, well,
they need to hire somebody like me that can come in and be like, that's wrong.
You forget,
especially because, like, put it with, like, the same that we use for paint. Like, let's just uniform across the board. Name these colors what they are.
That is also something I love about you, though. It's not just like the seeing in different colors, but speaking of your vision, you are able to pick up on details much better than me. Like, it's crazy how much you're like, oh, that's out of place, or like, hey, we need to adjust this in the background or whatever. Or I'm like, oh, dang. Yeah.
It's it's something that, again, I love about myself now. But when I was younger, it was hard because now I'm like, whatever, I'll just fucking accept. Not everything has to be perfect. And I no longer carry judgment about, like, oh, people are judging me for that.
Totally.
But that's just how I view the world. And if you also view the world with, like, that much of a, like, critical eye where you just notice all these details, if you're doing it in a judgy way, then, like, okay, judge me, ho. I don't give a shit. But for the most part, like, I don't judge other people. Like, if I come in and you've got dog hair on the ground, I'm not like, oh my God, this person's dirty. I'm like, what? Who fucking cares?
Right.
Like, so I guess that is, like, another thing that I really love is that I have a who fucking cares attitude. Like, yes, we have things we care about. I care about, like, very specific things. I care about the way my house is presented. I care about the way that we present the business. I care about, like, the injustice of the world a lot. That fucking rings, like, really true with me.
Absolutely.
But I don't care if someone has dog fur on their fucking shirt.
You do care about
such a weird
efficiency
thing.
As well.
Oh my God.
The efficiency of lines and efficiency of...
Because there's actual science. There is actual science that shows you how to, like, how to do a line.
Yes.
How to keep people entertained. How to, like, actually function. And also, I genuinely believe that everyone has, like, jobs that they are good at. And I think that, like, we as human beings should stop, like, forcing people to do shit that they are not good at. And I don't mean, like, oh, you're just learning so you're less, like, efficient. No, I mean that, like, if you were not the organizer, you should not be the organizer of your fucking family or your group or anything. There are plenty of people that love fucking organizing. So don't fucking force people to do that shit if they're not good at it.
Totally.
Because they're going to not do a good job and it affects the rest of the world.
Period.
One last thing, which is exactly what just happened.
Oh, okay.
That was 5?
No.
That was 4.
That was 3. You said that you like your tits and ass.
I do.
You said that you...
I like the way I see things. I like the way that my brain works.
Yeah, that's 3.
No, I've said more than that. Y'all go back and count that shit.
Oh my God.
I'll keep talking. That's fine. I like the way that I love people. I can do this all day, bitch. I like me.
I'm so glad that you could do this all
Yeah.
day. That's wonderful.
I
That's
like
very
that
healthy.
I love people.
That's very healthy. There's a
and
part of
I
me-
also know that other people like the way I love people because y'all love my like social media posts when I talk about Callie or Caboose or like any of my friends.
Mhm.
So like it has made it something that used to bother me. Again, a lot of the stuff that I love about myself now is stuff that used to make me sad. Because if I just post up myself, people are like, this is fine. But for the most part, no one's going to engage with it.
Mhm.
And it would bother me because I'd be like, okay, so people just want your face or they want me and Caboose.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that like, no, they want like us, like they want my love of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the way that I love people makes other people happy.
What a beautiful, like,
Reframe.
I don't want to call it a reframe because I don't know if it's like, is it a reframe if it's true, you know?
I still
like,
think it counts as a reframe because
Fair
it was
enough.
just me looking as like I'm inadequate to then being
mhm.
like, no, the thing that people are attracted to there is like
How you love people.
yeah, how I love people, that I love big and I love like I
Genuine.
love, yes.
And
where I'm like, if
authentic.
I love you, I fucking love you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And and I guess it makes me happy that like other people can see that. Like I really like that where like you're not like, oh, I don't know, does she kind of like Callista? Everyone's like, bitch, that's Callista's biggest fucking fan. And I will fight you if you think you're her biggest fan because I'm her biggest fucking fan.
Thank you.
But not like physically fight you or really with words. That doesn't sound nice either.
No.
But don't make me come for you.
There you go, period. Don't fuck with her.
Yeah. Don't.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
That was great. Do you have one more? Because I'm
Sure.
still convinced that was like 4.
Okay, all
Do
day.
another one.
I like my bravery because even though I go into everything scared, I still fucking do it.
You really
I still
do.
moved around the world,
and not
that
a
was
lot of
sketchy
people get to
scary.
see you scared.
But
But you do get scared, and you do it
a lot.
anyways.
I'm terrified most
Yeah.
of the time.
And you do this thing where you
Yeah.
hype yourself up. You go, yeah, like you're about
Yeah.
to do a lift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's mental lifting in life.
Mental
it's
lifting.
going, oh my God, bitch, I have to fucking get through this thing.
Yes. I'm very proud of you.
So if you are listening to this podcast, you should pause it right now and like do 5 things you like about yourself.
Yeah, or type it out so that way we
Yes.
can hear it and we would love to see it.
Oh, send us
it.
5 things you like about yourself.
DM us 5 things that you
Yes.
like about yourself. We want to see it.
I want to know. I love that. I love people
Me
that like love
too.
themselves.
Me too. And I think for me, this exercise was a little hard just because there's this thing that happens where I get really uncomfortable. As you guys could tell, I feel like there's like, oh, you have to be humble about everything. And I want to break that.
That's why I was like, no,
That's one
I'm
thing
not
I
doing
don't
that.
like about myself is
That's
like,
why you just start out with something that would offend people first because it
Tits and
breaks
ass.
the like need to be humble. Like for me personally,
Yes.
that's what it breaks.
I
Like,
almost said I really like my face.
You-
Like face
you have a
card
great
does not
face.
decline.
it does
period.
not.
Thank
Tit
you.
card does not decline.
Tit card does not decline.
That is the most consistent compliment I have gotten
yeah.
my whole life is that I have great tits.
I love that.
Like,
I love that.
and before I tattooed them, people would be like, oh my God, you look like Scarlett Johansson. But only when I was showing cleavage.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
When you were when you dressed up as Black Widow for Halloween, that you're literally Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson. It's crazy.
But like otherwise, especially now that I got my chest done, no one said that. But
No.
like when I had bare chest and cleavage,
Oh, for sure.
all the time.
Yeah, happened
And,
all the
yeah.
time.
Same as Caboose when he's sad, Ben Affleck.
Oh,
Only
it's
when he's sad,
Only
though.
when he's sad, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Love.
Mm.
Okay, what's your next question?
Okay, so wait, I messed this up.
That's okay. I'm ready. I'm
What
ready.
do you do to feel most at peace?
What do I do to feel most
Yeah.
at peace?
Peace is a big part of self-love. You got to be calm and serene with the world.
To be most at peace, I feel like I really enjoy turning off the overhead light in my room, putting on that lamp, and then
We gave her the lamp from the living room because I
Yes.
thought I would get new lamps and they did not work. So now I'm just
well, it sucks because they're cute.
waiting for IKEA to open.
Oh God, we just need IKEA.
Mhm.
They're cute and they work really well, and we'll be able to use it for drag shows, I'm sure. But
Mhm.
so turning off the overhead, turning on that lamp, and then just like sitting in bed and just like opening my phone
And reading it till the end.
and reading it until the end, or like it's so beautiful. I don't know the silence of it. Oh, and by the way, I'm okay. People are gonna get irritated for me saying this. unhinged.
Okay, that is the correct word. If you were going to say like a goblin or you were going to use a mean term, no, she does look unhinged. Unhinged.
So I'm talking the bangs are pinned back, the bun's crazy, the hoodie's on. But the hoodie's
on, and then the fucking bun hangs out.
Period. And
I'm
I
wearing
don't know
how
shorts.
She's able to get it like
tight.
Before she had the bun, it was like here and there was no hair. And now she can still somehow get it here, but it like sneakily comes back.
The bun's still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you have to air out your bun.
Yeah, I like for her to like have air, you know. I don't want to like fuck her up in the hoodie, and it gets too hot. So like it's nice to just have her out. But yeah, that and gym shorts and no bra, and I just am cuddled up with like blankets. There's a drink next to me. There's like really like I should say like at least 3 different kinds of drinks. There's a hot drink, there's a water, and then there's an alcoholic beverage, preferably. And then just my phone, and I'm either like editing for a little bit just to make myself feel good for a little bit of productivity, and then I'm just fucking around on the internet, and I love.
I'm glad you added around. You were just fucking the internet.
I'm just fucking the internet. So yeah that's my peace
thing.
What's your peace thing?
Mine is
routine.
Putting out. So it's partly why I do like maintenance or stretching or yoga, whichever you want to say it. The CrossFitter in me just says maintenance. Plus I like it because you sound like a robot or a car. Like I do maintenance on my vehicle. On my human vehicle. Why was that the accent that we had to? I have no idea. Like we went to the same place. I know. I do maintenance on my vehicle. But I like to lay out and unhide, and then this time of year in New Zealand, it's a little bit chilly. So I have a oh god, I just forgot the word. A space heater blowing on me.
Yes.
And all the like lights in the bedroom are off because typically Caboose is snoring, so I get to hear him and Bailey like snoring.
Oh my god,
gently.
Both of them are like people.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Caboose is a person, but Bailey snores like a person.
Yeah, well, and Caboose got the little like strips, the magnetic strip, so that helps with the snoring, so that I could just hear him breathing. Because his snore is not nearly as cute as hers, and then she snores. And he is a big old dude with a big old dude snore. So I can hear him breathing, and then I can hear her snoring. And I just get to be on a fuzzy blanket and do stretches. And I typically am listening to a podcast or an audiobook, but the video, because I use Pliability. Do you remember what Pliability used to be called? I don't even fucking...
Dude!
Mobility Wad? I think it's Mobility Wad.
Romwad?
Romwad, that's what it was.
Was that what it was?
Romwad.
Yeah, we have a mat in the couch.
OG Romwad.
OG
but
Romwad
now it's
mat, which they don't make anymore because now it's Pliability.
Yeah.
Weird.
But I have that, so it plays like, nice soothing music, like what you would hear in a yoga class. But it plays that over like, very informational podcast. So I'm learning about architecture, and I have this like soothing music in the background as I just stretch and go through like poses. So I'm like feeling my body, connecting with my breath, and then learning.
Period.
Which is probably the most like ADHD thing, is that I'm still doing like fucking 10 things at once.
100%. Well, yeah, you have so many tabs open in your brain. But honestly, if that's the way you get peace, then follow that.
It feels so good.
Being neurospicy, again, I'm going to stick to this so good. I'm glad this, that
scared the fuck out. I thought that was the front door. I was like, someone walking in the house right now?
Sorry. I'm going to stick to my guns on this, that like, being neurospicy is really just improv with yourself.
Yes.
And you don't always want to yes and, but like, it's probably for the best that you do.
Well, and I know that like self-care in that sense for me means that like if I don't continue to like feed that like beast in my brain with new information, if I'm not learning stuff, then like it's fucking game over. Yeah. I'm just gonna like explode, and I'll start to pick fights because I'm just bored.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you don't do that.
Okay, so what are 3 boundaries that you need to set in order to protect yourself and provide more self-love?
Ooh, number 1 boundary is replying when I feel like replying to people. I need to stop opening messages and then feeling the need to reply, and also sit with myself and say, it's okay to open a message and then still take a while to reply. Because the second that I'm like, oh no, it says that I read it, like I'm like, now I have to respond.
I think that's the most toxic thing that your generation created.
Yes, very toxic. And
where it was like they left you on red, and it's
who
like,
cares?
It used to be you could just open it. I think that personally, we never needed the red signal.
Mm-mm.
Like that's my fucking hot take around that. We never needed anyone to know that you read my shit.
No.
Now, if you read it and you don't respond, I'm like, okay, well, I put my information out there.
Yeah.
And then I just am like, dude, I did my part. Like, I hit the tennis ball to you. And if you're not on the court or if you're like busy, like you had to go, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Hit it back when you get a chance. But that whole, like, I genuinely believe that the world would be a better place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people would be so much less stressed if it did not say, like,
read by blank.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's fucking weird and it's annoying. And I don't appreciate it either. Because again, like it's the culture around it is so toxic where it's like, guess what? It's still a relatively new thing that human beings can contact you and they get a response right away.
Yeah.
You know, people used to fucking leave messages and not get responses for days.
Or weeks. We wrote letters.
Or weeks.
I still love writing letters. If you want a pen pal, motherfucker,
and
hit
I
me
think
up.
like at some point it just gets too overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine if someone takes a while to reply to you or just doesn't feel like talking to you because like guess what? They're just like busy, or even if they're not fucking busy, it's just a lot to be a human being. And I don't owe you attention. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my number one.
Okay. Perfect.
I don't owe you attention. Number two, to protect myself and protect my peace and show self-love. I need to set a boundary that I am not always doing favors for people.
Yeah.
That's a big one where it's like, okay,
I don't like that. That affects me directly.
No, don't stop doing favors for me. I like never do a favor for you. What are you talking about?
I think we don't count them as favors because we just volley back and forth.
We volley back and forth. No, at this
I'm
point,
like, bitch, give me that laundry.
what favor are you talking about? It's so silly. Yeah, thank you for doing it. Oh my god. Yeah, that's really nice.
She goes out for the day and I'm like,
no, but like
give me that laundry hamper.
Especially for strangers though. It's just like, no, like you think that like we're tighter than we actually are maybe, or regardless of what you think, even if we are close, I just like I am entitled to say no, and that was a full sentence. Period.
Absolutely.
So, and then number three, setting a boundary to protect myself. I think I need to set a boundary with like boundaries are hard for me. I'm trying to think. Setting a boundary.
Do you want to think about it?
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I like that I just took this and I actually don't know.
Oh, shit. Yeah, what are some boundaries that you can set to help protect your peace and show self-love?
I honestly feel like, and this is not like coming from a place of like ego of like,
You're
I'm
really
just
good.
crushing it.
Yeah.
I think that like the boundary part is just felt pretty solid.
Oh, for sure.
Where like if I can't, like if we have plans and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, period.
But I think this is just the like having more experience around like I burned out so many more times. Like we were talking about this with like insane stories, is that like I've been on this earth for 12 more years than you.
Yeah.
And like 12 of those years were before the fucking internet. So we did insane unhinged shit because we weren't worried about like forever accountability.
Yes.
And so I think that like for me, boundaries just kind of come into like probably more boundaries with myself of being like, hey, you don't need salt and vinegar chips every night.
Oh, I didn't even think about like holding a boundary with yourself. That's
because I mean, boundaries are about yourself. They are like, hey, I'm not going to engage with this.
Oh, we should probably talk about that too, because not a lot of viewers realize. A lot of people think that like a boundary is setting an action to other people need to abide by.
That's a request, boo, and that's on like,
so it's different.
Yeah, that's on someone to say yes or no. Like if I say, hey, I prefer that you not use the word cunt, I find it very offensive.
And then
having this
cunt.
word tattooed on me,
right.
Like you're not allowed to say it. Though.
And then if I say cunt to you, then what is the boundary?
The boundary is I'm going to remove myself from the situation. Okay, then I would say, hi, I do not do well with being called a cunt. Call me a cunt. I love it. I don't do well with that. So I'm going to remove myself from this situation because it doesn't feel comfortable for me.
Well, that's not fair. I'm supposed to be able to use the word cunt whenever I want to.
You can absolutely use the word cunt. However, I don't like hearing it. So I'm going to remove myself from the situation and from this conversation because I'm not comfortable in this.
Now I'm going to push the boundary. Okay, I'm looking at the viewers right now. I'm going to push the boundary. Okay, sounds good. Hey, cunt.
So I think that we might have different viewpoints on like how to greet people. So if this is a work situation, I'm just going to go to HR and be like, hey, bitch, can you please tell her to stop calling me a cunt? But as I call the HR manager a bitch.
Hilarious. That was so funny. Hey, bitch.
But otherwise, I'm going to be like, hey, we probably just have different viewpoints on like what words make sense to us. So I'm going to remove myself from this friendship.
Oh.
Like, I'm just going to not engage
there you go.
with you as much as I can possibly not engage.
And that's
because,
a boundary.
Again, that's on me.
Yes.
It's my area. Like, I'll give a real life example real fast. I don't eat meat. That doesn't mean I get to go around and be like, don't eat meat. Yeah. Now, I will tell you recipes that are better without meat. Her meatballs, better without meat.
Brother, how? I don't know.
Yeah. She does them with like impossible meat.
They're good.
And they're way better.
They're insane.
Lasagna, better without meat. Totally. Because vegetables work better with pasta than beef does. It just never is the correct thing. Same as like the vegetarian alternative to like ground beef is essentially lentils. Wouldn't put that in lasagna. But I'm not going to go and say, hey, you can't eat beef because that's telling you what to do. So it's telling you, you can't greet me by calling me cunt, or you can't use the word cunt. That's not a boundary. The boundary comes into what am I going to do when you do that? I'm the person, I'm not going to fucking eat the meat.
There you go.
I'm not going to listen to you if you say offensive shit to me. Like, it's as simple as removing yourself from the situation. And I think that that's the thing is that, like, at this point, I don't, because I'm very, like, hard and fast about boundaries where I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's a no for me. Which is, like, funny because, like, here, like, we're doing lots of stuff with all of our new friends. So we're, like, volunteering for, like, in a good way, not in the, like, your boundary of, like, stop volunteering.
Always doing favors. It's different. Okay. Oh my God, that was, Guinness. If you could hear that, that was literally Guinness just groaning because, you know, she's an old lady and now is like fucking using her vocal cords like it's no one's business. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, I think volunteering is a very different thing than doing favors for people.
You're correct. So we've been volunteering and people have been like, oh my gosh, like don't do like more than you want to do.
But like volunteering is, I want to do this. Like it makes me feel good.
And for me, I'm like, bitch, I'm going to fucking do this because I would not have offered to like, you know, decorate sets or decorate parties and stuff if I didn't want to.
If you didn't get joy out of it.
Yeah. Well, and if I didn't want to.
Period.
If I wasn't like, hey, I want to do this thing.
Yeah.
And like it benefits me personally because it like it allows me to be creative in a different way, then I wouldn't.
Absolutely.
So yeah. I kind of crushed it on boundaries.
That was very good. Yeah, I will say you're very good at boundaries. I don't have a third answer. Sorry, guys. I had all that time to think, and I still just blanked. So, whoops.
Okay. So,
yes.
Tell your younger self something about self-love. Like, how to help your younger self.
Okay.
Like, little baby you.
Sure.
Work on self-love.
Sure. Hey, girl. Clocking in. It's 26-year-old Callista. And
you're 26? Why do I keep thinking you're 27?
Okay, I'm turning 27 this year.
I just skipped 26.
I keep thinking I'm 25.
25 also makes more sense.
25 makes a lot more sense than 26. Okay. 26 is a weird year for me, apparently.
It's a weird number.
It is. So anyways, it's 26-year-old you. I don't know how old you are right now, but I heard you're baby, so hi girl. I just want to let you know, self-love is going to be a little bit tricky, especially when you're in an environment that is designed to always make you feel bad. And I promise you that you won't stay in that environment and you will pave a way in which you're able to give yourself self-love. Just remember that even though you're in a shitty place right now, there is no reason for you to bully yourself because you're getting bullied every day. So if you're getting bullied every day, it doesn't need to come from you too. So that's my big thing. And one day it's going to be so much easier, I promise. Right now, no. That's okay, because you can lessen the pressure if it doesn't also come from you.
I love
and
that.
Speech.
And speech.
And
signing
speech.
Off.
Signing off. Love you bunches. Be responsible. Wait to smoke pot. I know that's not fun, but you should do that so that way I can enjoy pot because guess what? We fucked ourselves up there, but that's okay. Period. Bye. Love you. XOXO Callista. 26-year-old Callista. What is yours?
Okay.
Let me hear the speech. What you would like to say to your younger self about self-love.
Hi, little baby Lou. You don't think that's your name yet because you still think, even though it never felt right, and you're going to go through a couple names before you get through one that feels right. So you're still Gaia, even though it makes you cringe inside and everyone tells you it's your favorite fucking word and you know it's not. And that's because it's not your name.
Yes.
So maybe I shouldn't have said your name because you need to discover it on your own. But you have autism and you have ADHD. You don't know what those things are. They are not prevalent. Like, there's not a lot of science around it.
Yet.
The only science that exists is with the boys. So it's not going to make a whole lot of sense. But your brain works the exact perfect way it's supposed to work. And the reason why the world feels weird to you is because they are weird. You're not weird. You just belong to a different type of group of people that you don't live with and that do not understand the way your brain works. But eventually the science will catch up and you will be able to explain to yourself and to other people why you think the way you think. And also stop being a cunt about people getting colors wrong. I know how angry it is that people keep thinking that lilac and lavender are the same color. I know that. It's so frustrating. But everyone sees things differently with their eyeballs and with their brains. And just remember that as you're going to sleep at night and everything feels confusing and you don't understand why you said that thing you said, it's because one day you're going to realize that you're autistic and that that's actually your superpower.
Period.
So whatever current name you want to go by it. Because again, names are just a social construct. You can change as many times as you want. Probably get it right legally like the first time because it's a huge hassle. Love you.
Signing off.
Yeah.
That was really adorable. Well done. That was very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks. I'm great at that, dude.
Cute. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I was actually thinking with Caboose that we should do, I saw this thing where it was like little kids talking to a camera being like, this is 12-year-old me and asking questions to future me. And I was like, we need to start doing that like once a year.
Now. Yeah.
So we can like encapsulate these moments to be like, hey, current me likes these things and would like to know. Yeah. Oh,
are you still in the country?
Oh, fucker.
Please tell me you're still in fucking New Zealand, bitch.
So it is currently, what year is it? 2025?
2025.
Okay. So in 5 years, you are.
Oh my God.
32? 31. 31.
31.
I fucking don't know your age.
Math.
I'm not going to remember it.
Hard.
Okay. So 31-year-old you, what do you want to say to her?
Oh my God.
We'll fucking find this clip in 5 years and play it.
I love that. Hi, 31-year-old Callista. You look so hot. Oh my God, bitch. You look stunning and I'm so fucking excited for you.
Age.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I hope working out is going well. And if you have stopped working out, then I want to ask you why. Because it gives you joy and it's important to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And one question.
Are you a runner? Do you now identify as a runner because you've always been a runner?
Did you get any better? Are we still doing it for the love of the game? Which, no pressure.
It can be both. You'll still get better just because you love it.
For the love of the game.
Okay, what was your actual question?
Are you still in New Zealand? Please tell me you are. Girl, I don't want to it's hard moving countries. Let's just not do that. Please tell me you're still in New Zealand and you're living your best life. Are we married? No pressure if not. That would be great if you were, though. I would love that for you.
Because you stay in this country.
Because, period. Oh, you said it, not me.
Also, because you're conventional and you do love marriage.
Yeah, I want a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I deny me wanting a wedding, I do want a wedding.
Do you want to tell you what that wedding is supposed to look like?
Oh, girl. Well, if I had it my way, honestly, right now in this present day and time, I would like to do a small wedding and then copy Julian and Lo. Shout out Julian and Lo. If you haven't talked to them in a while, you should send them a message. And then do an actual proper big wedding after you've saved and you've done all the research about where you want to go, how you want to do it, et cetera, at the 5-year mark. And then that's your wedding. I would love to do that.
Interesting. Okay, what do you want your big one to be? Because this is you in 5 years from now, so you got some time.
Oh, shit.
Assuming you're not getting married today, you got some time to plan that big one.
I'm getting married at 6 o'clock tonight. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
perfect. Great. Well, I'm not invited, but that's fine.
I told you it's going to be small.
So what? So who's invited then, bitch?
Guinness. That's it.
Guinness ain't going nowhere without her mama.
Oh, shit.
Mhm.
Guinness? You didn't ask her?
Guinness is like, absolutely not.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
going. If my mummy's not there, I'm not there.
You know you would be there.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
no, my big 5-year wedding, I would love to have like a forest wedding. Like something like from fucking Twilight. That'd be so great. And then on the inside, then we go inside and do like the actual proper like dinner and fucking dancing and et cetera, et cetera. But like I want like a reception outdoors. That would
Are you
be
going to
great.
do all the dances, like the first dance?
Yeah.
Where everyone stares at you? Are you going to copy Julian and Lowe and actually choreograph that shit so you give people some entertainment instead of, no offense to anyone who did this, we didn't do it, just awkwardly
Just swaying.
sway?
Yeah, I want to do a choreographed dance.
Nice.
That for sure needs to happen.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun.
So it's essentially like a 5-year anniversary party.
Essentially,
Is
yeah.
your big wedding.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not judging because like we plan on doing vow renewals for the rest of our lives.
And that's dope. Oh, I can't wait for the
just
next one.
because that'll be next year.
Yes!
Our 15th year.
Yes!
Just because it's an excuse to have a dope ass party.
Woo, woo. Maybe I can make people laugh this time around. Anyways,
Good luck with that. That was a tough fucking crowd.
yeah, 31-year-old Callista, please tell me also that you are having a good time. I just hope that you're happy. I really want to make sure that you're like good and happy and solid, and I just want to make sure that like you're, I don't know, like enjoying your life, and you already like yourself a lot more and find it's a lot easier to be kind to yourself right now. So I really hope that trend keeps going up, and the next time someone asks you 5 things that you love about yourself, they're like, boom, 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 bitch. Here are 5 fucking things. So
yes.
Yeah, that's my hope for you, girl. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Anyways, bye, fucker. That's my message to 31-year-old me.
That was a great message.
What's your message to, you're 37 right now, plus 5 years would be
she's doing math.
42?
Yeah, good
40,
job.
Thank you. God, 42.
Okay, so 42-year-old me. Please tell me you didn't change your name again.
That'd be fucking
I really
hilarious.
like this one. It feels correct.
So, bitch, your name's gonna be this whether you like it or not.
I'm gonna be like, it's Beatrix.
Bitch.
I've decided that I'm going to get into canning and cottagecore. Please, for love of God, don't be in a cottagecore.
No, don't be a treadwife.
This
We don't
rental
need that.
house is also insane, but like, let's not do that.
I think, yeah.
So
I don't think it's
42-year-old me. I'm aware this is a hard year. This is the year that you remember your mother the most because it was the fundamental year of like that age that she got solidified at.
Oof.
Your dad, it was 36. Your mom, it was 42. So last year was rough for me, and I know that this year is going to be rough for you. I'm hoping you've healed enough that like it won't be super bad, but it's also okay if it is. 42 is great. You'll probably skip it. You'll probably just hit like 43 twice, honestly, just because it doesn't like resonate the same way that like 36 never did. So you were 37 twice. But you are actually 37 now, not 37 the first time. And I hope that you are just happy. Like, I know you'll still keep working out because that's been something you've done for so long. But I hope you're more jacked, that we just keep stacking on muscle.
Brother. You're going to look like Hulk Hogan in
That's
5
my
years.
plan.
Period. Period.
And that by then you will have settled into this country and hopefully be on the path to your citizenship. And if not this country, then you finally made it to Ireland, and good job to you.
Oh my God, fun.
That probably won't be the case.
I swear to God. If you're in Ireland right now, bitch, I fucking... Anyways.
We just went there on a trip, don't worry.
God.
But I know that no matter what life throws at you, you will be happy because that's something that you've always been really good at. And I hope that you are in school so you can become a counselor, and that the studio is doing great, and that we are just in a great place of our life, that maybe she's moved out. And I know that's really sad because these days are the good days.
They are the good
But
days.
your days are also the good days. So that's what I would say to me.
Oh my God, stop. That's going to make me cry. That was really beautiful. That was so beautiful.
You're so silly. So on that note, what was your win for the week?
Oh.
And then don't forget, you still have to do one thing you're proud of today. So you have your week and then today.
Sure. I'll answer the week first. My win for the week would be making stew. Yesterday I made stew.
You sound like an old Russian woman.
Yeah, I collected ingredients and made stew. Yeah, I'm just stoked that I did that because guess what, bitch? It's like, there was part of me that's like, are you going to do that? Like, really? Do you want to do that this week? And I was like, yeah, girl, it's the easiest way to get veggies in. Just
it's stew o'clock.
A metric ass ton of bok choy in that. Bok choy, a whole block of tofu, and some enoki mushrooms and beef slices. And you've got like protein for days, and then add a little bit of rice. And you know that you're going to like it. You know you're going to eat it every day of the week.
Yeah.
It's become my hyperfixation meal.
Nice.
And it's so easy because you just throw shit in a boiling pot of water and it's done. Oh, it's just so
I love
great.
that.
That's my win for the week. Something I'm proud of for today is recording the podcast. I know I say it all the time, but I'm very excited and happy that we recorded.
Me too.
How about you? Win for the week? Proud of today?
We went to fucking Hobbiton. That's my win for the week.
Period. That was it was so funny.
I have wanted to go to Hobbiton since I was a literal child.
Can we talk about how fun it was?
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Here's the thing also about being neurospicy is that a lot of times the first time you do things, it's not a whole lot of fun. Like it's fun, but it's not a whole lot of fun.
Like we could have
you
done
don't really
more.
know like what's going to happen.
What the vibes
I didn't know that our tour guide was going to give us quizzes and like I panicked. I'm upsettingly because I don't like to admit that I know like about Game of Thrones and I read like all those. I don't like to like be a part. No offense if you're in that like nerdy group.
Yeah. You just don't want to do that.
I don't want to self-identify as that because again, I like know a lot of things. And if you get it wrong one time, you get like kicked out of the group. So then the pressure's too high.
You're banned from Hobbiton.
Yes. Well, and
banned for life.
Exactly what happened because there was two people there that were very serious, like hardcore fans.
Oh my
God. And I get it. I'm a hardcore fan of a lot of stuff, but I try not to shame people for like getting stuff wrong. Except for colors. But
Hey, you're supposed to cut that out in 5 years. Or no, you're supposed to cut that out past you.
I don't correct people anymore.
Yes, it's true.
And I try my best not to pull faces.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
You do good.
But yeah, there was like a couple people that were there that had traveled to New Zealand specifically for this tour. I know this because I am an eavesdropper. And when we were all like hanging out, I was like, I want to know, like, because you pulled a lot of faces when people did not say the correct answer.
Or in my case, if I didn't know the answer, I was going to make a joke.
Yes.
And then people, oh my God, would like turn. And there was one point where I was like, that was a joke.
Yeah, you had to announce it.
I was joking. That was a
joke.
joke.
People did not think it was funny. So that is why I personally, even though I very embarrassingly knew most of the answers, didn't want to say anything. Because I was like, oh, but if you get it wrong, you'll get judged. Mm-hmm. And also, like, I don't want to sound pretentious. Just because, like, I listened to the audiobooks and, like, I enjoyed them, but, like, I'm not a massive, like, mega fan.
You had real life test anxiety.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Anytime
her
people ask me questions, I get real life test anxiety.
Yes.
But I loved going to Hobbiton, and the reason that was my win is because, like, it felt like really good self-care because it was a pricey ticket.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, you wanted to go like before you moved here.
Absolutely.
And I felt like I was fulfilling like a dream that like little me had watching all the like behind the scenes parts of the DVDs. I've talked about this in the past with the podcast about like I watch Lord of the Rings, but I watch the making of the Lord of the Rings part of the DVDs more than I ever watched the actual DVDs.
Yeah, because you are such a cinephile. Like, it was like, oh my God, I need to know, like, exactly how they crafted this world, which is beautiful. That's gorgeous.
I want to know, like, all the, like, making of, like, we found out that, like, some people that we know peripherally work in the props department, and I'm losing my mind. I'm like, can I come to work with you?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to get paid. I'll just, like, hang in the background.
Yeah, can I just be in your pocket?
I just want to, like, I just tell me all the deets. Like, tell me everything. Because, like, making props for, like, theater, making props for, like, movies, like, let's go. I'm your bestie.
We want it all.
Yes. So that was my win for the week is that we went to Hobbiton. And then my win for today.
Yeah, what are you proud of today?
Oh, I'm sorry. What am I proud of today? Dude, I don't know. I fucking crushed today. I went to work. I made aftercare boxes.
You did. You killed it.
Yeah. I did some tattoos.
Yeah. You basically killed today.
You know what I am proud of? Because it was technically past midnight. Oh. Getting those signs so I can finish them out.
That is so nice.
So that way we have some street signage.
Yay!
Plus, it's like these are the good days. These are the early days of the business.
These are the days where we get to kind of fuck around.
Yes, where we have like a little bit more
Even though we're not actually fucking around, but we are like, we're taking time to like, I don't know, record. We're taking time to edit. We're taking time to do this.
Oh, I fucking made another, like, it's technically a story because it wasn't good enough for a reel, but I made a story and I worked on it for like a solid hour and it's all of 10 seconds. So that's what I'm proud of is that I spent an hour on 10 seconds. Yep. So on that note, we will see you guys back I want to say next week, but we're releasing this late. So we'll see you back in a couple days. We're going to go and, I don't know, freshen up and then record another episode, which will probably be a little bit shorter. That will then come back out on Monday. Period. So we love you so much. Thank you for all your support. Like, comment, share, let people know all that shit we're supposed to tell you to do. Or don't do any of that. But yes, more importantly, I want to know the fucking 5 things.
Give me your 5 things that you love about yourself.
There you go.
Please.
Those 5 things.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Chuck a chair, chuck a chair, chuck a chair.
Do you want to do the intro?
Do you want to do the intro?
No.
Fuck, what's our intro again?